MacDonald from IntimacyTV. We're all about raw conversation, real education. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 9th archetype in my book, Win the Dating Game, where we talk about the 10 different kinds of guys that we date. And this one is the serial monogamist. Whoa. Okay, we also call him AKA the love addict. And the reason being is that, look, this guy, he embraces, he really does. I'm working on a little one by my feet, so I don't want to actually, hang on, here we go. I'm going to give you guys a live, but this is how we roll. See, look, hi. And Jane's working in the background. So we're coming to you live. Okay, so the serial monogamous, look, here's the deal. They love falling in love. They love everything about it. They love commitment. They really, really embrace commitment. In fact, I can honestly say that with the serial monogamist, I've definitely been married to and been with quite a few more. And with these guys, they love the security. They love the companionship. They love cuddling. They love affection. So, you know, it's all really great stuff. So you're sort of sitting there going, well, you know, like if that's the case, Mel, you know, what's so bad about that? Why would we want a guy, you know, what's wrong with a guy who wants, you know, all of this security and companionship and cuddling and affection and all the rest of it? So there's, with every personality type, the reality is you've got, you know, the yin and the yang, you've got the good and the bad. What happens with these guys is the reason why we call them a serial monogamist is they tend to jump from relationship to relationship. They actually don't stay single very long. They don't like being alone. In fact, weekends home alone, if you're off, they don't really like doing that at all. That's something that they really struggle with. And I know that one of my previous partners, he was like that, like, if I was overseas or I was away or I was traveling, he was never, ever, ever home on the weekends. Oh, this one's having fun down here. So the question is why? Why are they serial monogamous? Why do they behave this way? And the reality is it really started way back when they were at school or when they were a lot younger. And a lot of it has to do with the relationship with their mum. And it's about the fact that they didn't have a lot of nurturing. So there's a lack of nurturing. And this tends to happen specifically with men who came from a larger family. You know, if they had many siblings, hang on, I'm going to take that one. It's getting a bit loud down here, sorry. If the guy has a lot of siblings, so say for example, they're the eldest out of a group of 4, you'll find that this is basically what happened. All right, come on, hang on 1 minute, guys. You want to play with this? Let's play with this over here. There you go, got her on a mission. So what happens with these guys is, you know, they were the eldest and then they've had all these siblings happen. So mum actually didn't get a lot of time with them. And this is really unconscious. This is not a conscious thing for these guys. 9 times out of 10, they do not know that this is what they're doing. They're jumping from one relationship to another, okay? They love the highs that come with these relationships because obviously when we're starting off, when we're in love, we've got a whole string of chemicals that are actually hitting off when they do the love. So in a way, they're nearly like addicted to the massive feelings, you know, as in the endorphins and the dopamine and all that other stuff that's going on. So, you know, the fireworks. You'll find with them, you know, sometimes, you know, you may even have a short relationship with this guy, but normally it's, you know, still quite dramatic and there's a lot happening within that relationship. They have very intense highs and very intense lows. All right, you're going to come up here for a second. You can say hi to everybody. Hey. She's now back. She was quiet before reading books. Here's how it goes. So they love falling in love. They're addicted to falling in love. These guys absolutely enjoy this so much. You know, and the thing is, these are also going to be the guys that are more likely still, in saying all of this, are more likely going to settle down. They just plod along. So what I found with them is that they had a lot of, they start off, you know, they're nearly like your energy vampires or your love vampires. Hang on one sec. she's fine. This is how we roll, okay? I'm back. So we're talking about the serial monogamist for those who just joined from Win the Dating Game, aka the Love Addict. So she's found the bells again. Then these guys, what you'll find is, you know, what they'll do is they love the way that you make them feel. So they're a little bit what we call the energy vampire. However, in their normal life, they tend to plod along, which is why I say that they're the guys that are more likely going to settle. They're just going to settle for somebody. You know, it makes them feel safe and it makes them feel comfortable. So if they can just stay there, fine. So they're happy to do, you know, play happy is what I call it. Definitely, I was with a couple of those, I can tell you right now. So as I always talk about, with all of the different archetypes that we have, the things that nobody talks to you guys about is, you know, nut it down very quickly. What are these guys also like in bed? What's a perfect partner? And how do you break up with them? Now, I know that's unusual to sit there and go, why would you even talk about how to break up with them? Well, the reality is that, you know, you should be dating the spice rack, and then you realize which one suits you for right now, because we're always changing. We always have a flow. So what are these guys like in bed? The reality is sex is not a priority for them. In fact, if they get to vote on anything, it's going to be, I would rather have spooning and cuddles than the sex itself, because for them that's actually quite, it's quite into. But as Jane just said, fuck that. she's not happy there yet.
I'm being with one, and sex is so fucking important.
Yeah, sex is very important, and unfortunately with these guys, they haven't tapped into that quite yet when they're in that phase of their life. So yes, they're I know for me, being married to a couple of these, I turned out to be the randy one in the relationship, and I was the one constantly poking in the back. However, my partner, he just wanted the cuddles. In fact, I actually remember getting banned from long kisses, you know, like you'd give the peck, and if I went to actually pash, he'd crack it, and I'm like, why? And he goes, because I know you're going to get horny. What the beep? You know, like, that's just ridiculous. However, this is the serial monogamist. That's what he's like. He prefers his cuddles. The perfect partner for him, look, as long as you're regularly stimulating him, he's gonna stay. I said he's a settler, but he likes that little bit of stimulation to keep, you know, that little love addiction happening here. He likes to fall in love over and over again with you. So as long as you can keep that happening, he's going to stay around. And shit, you know, I had mine stay around for a damn long time. Look, here's the deal. For these guys, in regards to dumping them, how do you dump the serial monogamous? The reality is they always want to stay your friend. So just be polite about the whole thing and let them down, you know, nice and gently and politely. They want to stay in your life. That's the way they are. They're nearly like the nice guy kind of thing, you know. And they will definitely be up for breakup sex. So that one, I can honestly tell you, I've done it a few times over. I've dated these and married these guys, and they're all in for the the breakup sex. So that is that for that personality type. As I said, you can get a lot more information in the book Win the Dating Game, which you can get from winthedatinggame.com.au. Don't forget to have a look at our latest magazine on our website, IntimacyTV.com.au/magazines. And my last archetype I'm going to talk about from the book is the dreamer, which I love these fellas, and that will be tomorrow. So stay tuned, and we will be doing a Facebook Live, Jane and myself, later on today. And thank God I'm in a better mood, because I turned up today and I had a massive rant. So especially after watching The Bachelorette last, I was like, he's fucking insane. So we might actually talk about that later on. So until the next episode, bye from me.